Okay, one of the things that's most important about studying with a loony bin like myself is that I play with my food, intellectually speaking. That in most classroom situations, most schools, people are expected to just sit there and eat it. You chew it, you swallow it, embody that. There you go, just eat it. And learning is a spleen matter of incorporating the information. When we're learning in a spleen way, we're taking the information as it is and incorporating that information. We're not inferring from the information and saying, oh, if this is this, well then that implies da and da and da and da. And we're not saying, wow, well what if you turn that upside down and look at it the other way? X is Y X, and being able to take it and do wiggly fun things with it that happens when we're learning via the small intestine. And definitely the stuff that I'm teaching with the expectation that you will play with your food and not just eat it. Like for instance, if I do something like, say, talk about a repressed anxiety as an issue, and then teach it in the context of Qianhuang Bushendong, if you're a bunch of nice little spleen learners, then you'll just eat that. But when someone comes along with repressed anxiety, you'll say, oh, Qianhuang Bushendong, and give them that. Now, it may or may not fit that person. And if it doesn't fit that person, it will be a bad idea to give it to them because it will be a partial fit. Or that you may say to yourself, oh, this doesn't fit. What should I do? Oh no. If it's not Qianhuang Bushendong and it's not something that the teacher told me, I don't know what to do. And most people have been systematically trained to not know what to do if they haven't been specifically told what to do. This is part of the control system of the nation. It's like, do what you're told, and if you're not told that, please don't infer, don't be creative, don't play with the information and turn it upside down and take a look at it and see how it all fits together and take the alarm clock apart and see if you can build a better alarm clock. Oh, no, no, no. What would happen to your ability to work in the factory and follow orders and do what you're told? I teach in the expectation that everything I give you is going to become a silly toy, and that you will play with Qianhuang Bushendong and play with the concept of repressed joy, such that you have these ideas and can see, okay, which aspects of Qianhuang Bushendong have something to do with repressed joy, and which don't have something to do with repressed joy, and gee, so somebody else might have repressed joy type anxiety, but it's more like the blood herbs that are in that formula, not so much about the yin herbs. And maybe Swanzao Rentong is actually the perfect formula for their anxiety, even though Thea didn't teach Swanzao Rentong. She did teach Swanzao Ren, and I know something about these other herbs and about heat, and it seems more like that kind of repressed joy, not the Qianhuang Bushendong joy. Or, gosh, maybe biota seed pill, because actually their situation seems like a kind of repressed joy and anxiety that's really specific about that detach from the heart and the kidney and just kind of running around up here without the bottom of the water lily being rooted in the bottom of the lake. And now biota seed pill is like, I'm exaggerating, but there are a lot of versions of it where it's like 30% biota seed and then a bunch of other ingredients. Well, maybe that's the right one for repressed anxiety in this person. Do you see what I'm saying about how nothing that I tell you should just be chewed and swallowed as it is? Push it around the plate for a little while. Build a little house out of it. See if you can make a face out of French toast pieces and drooly some syrup on it, and then moosh it around again. so that everything I give you gets multiplied by your taking it apart and putting it through your sorter and playing with it. Then you get myriad inferences out of, because that's what I'm trying to do, is I can't give you everything, it's too exhaustive. But if you play with your food, you'll get so much more out of it than I told you, because I'm specifically teaching to small intestine style. Does that make sense?
Big time.
Good.